And welcome back to Who Would Win. Today's Who Would Win comes from Klaus Bane, 25, or Elijah Bane. Why did I say Klaus? It was Elijah Klaus? Is that what it was? Elijah Bane, 25. Either way, you asked the question: who wins in the fight? Henry Cavill, Superman from Man of Steel, or Eobon Thawne, Reverse Flash from the Arrowverse? Unfortunately, this comes down to a scaling problem. It really does. Superman is still Superman. Let's be very clear. He's still faster than speeding, but he's still insanely fast, actually. Not fast enough that we assume, even though he's still discovering his powers, he's strong enough to tag speedsters, or at least scare the piss out of Barry. He's durable enough to take a nuke to the face, more or less. He survived the World Engine's gravity propulsion in a toxic atmosphere. He's strong enough to, well, let's see, a Man of Steel, he's strong enough to, just casually toss around tanker trucks. If we go by the idea of Batman versus Superman, strength-wise, he didn't really change in terms of his strength. So he's just hauling around massive tankers without any issue. And I mean, like oil tankers without really any issue. He can survive a nuke. He's got his heat vision, enhanced senses, all that. We also know, courtesy of watching the Flash movie, that Kryptonians, while not as fast as speedsters, are still dangerous to speedsters. Like he could still kill the Barrys if they're not careful. But they also showed they were actually capable of killing Kryptonians too by doing the whole vibration, just like doing that. So they were actually shown they were capable of doing that, which brings up the big problem. Eobon Thawne's Reverse Flash is from a comic universe. And I don't just mean it's like, we know that. The Flash is based on the comics. Oh, no. I mean, from a scaling perspective, he is from a comic universe. He is rated as a multiverse level threat, even in the show. Despite the fact it's a TV show, they make no allusions to time travel, the Speed Force, breaking the laws of physics and reality, going through traveling to different dimensions. Everything the negative Speed Force allows him in the comics, they can do in the show, which does put his universe, quite frankly, much higher than the DCEU's universe in terms of a scaling feat. Because the Flash from their universe, yeah, he can move fast enough to go through time, yes, but it's shown to be more difficult for him to do, whereas these guys don't have as much of a problem. Also, he still has the ability to siphon off energy from the Speed Force or other speedsters. He's got the ability to do the phasing. Hell, there's also the Sage Force, Strength Force, and Sage Force that he once was able to draw powers from. He can become intangible. He's also a genius and can think at those high speeds that his body moves at. Not just normal speeds. And Superman can think at high speeds, but we're talking Flash level speeds. Excuse me. So, unfortunately, this really just comes down to a scaling problem for the universe. Reverse Flash would make mincemeat of this Superman. And to be fair, he's still a problem character for even regular Superman. But he'd make mincemeat of this Superman. Now, mind you, if Clark gets a good hit in, Eobon Thawne is going to probably get knocked, just cold clocked right out. He might live thanks to, just temporal connectiveness or whatever. But yeah, Clark is still fast enough to kind of scare Thawne. Like, he'd be able to, what? He can see me? Oh, no. Oh, no. But unfortunately, Clark would probably get his ass handed to him by this Flash. Now, and because of multiverse, Clark wouldn't know this Flash, but this Flash would know. And he'd know, oh, I gotta kill you quick. Right through your heart. Okay, have a good day. Like, yeah. He's, now granted, maybe Clark just dodges, but then just kind of vibrates his hand, just slices him through, like almost like a vibrated blade. Yeah, it wouldn't be good for Clark. At least this version of Clark. So I would have to go Eobon Thawne. I really would. But let me know what you think. Maybe you think differently. Maybe you think the Man of Steel version of Superman does stand a legit shot. Let me know. Until then, though, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.